Hello. I think we should have some better audio today. Hopefully. A bit windy though. Welcome everybody. Christ Legacy 7. Hi mate. Hi. Scott Training. Good evening. Boa tarde. The girls responded to my bow art in the headphones. Alexandre Janelle. Good evening, Jasper. Good evening. Watch your vlog with Luke and Sarah was great. Davs. Yes. The audio was not optimal, but it was good enough. I'm having a lot of fun doing these podcasts. Not too many people showing up though. I have 4 now in total. I was hoping to get maybe 10. I'll keep trying though. Everybody say hi to Akira. Where's Zoe? Ah, Zoe is under the table. Look, here's Zoe. Is it people from the YouTube? Hola! Apata na alto. Apata alto. I asked her to put her paw up, but she doesn't. How is the audio quality, guys? Is it okay? Good so far. I have a lavalier mic here. And the audio should be in sync because I'm on my iPhone now. So the solution with the least hassle. We only have to hope that all the batteries keep working. So the first podcast I did, the audio was not really good because I needed to take the audio from the GoPro. And the second podcast that is coming tomorrow, I put the camera that was pointing at me, I put on time lapse. So I have no footage from me. And the last one with Uncle Nick, I have this box that records the audio for the microphones. And just like 20 minutes before we finished, the batteries were dead from this thing. But I didn't notice because I'm like in the conversation, so I didn't notice that the little red button was not red anymore. So luckily I also have audio from the GoPro there, so we should be fine. But basically we didn't have one podcast yet that went completely flawless. In Holland we say like all the beginnings are like hard. Beginnings are always hard. Let's see who's here. How many people do we have? 55. Boa tarde, irmão Sacramento, São Gonzola, RJ Brazil. Max, the first 3 words I understand. Annabelle, hi. Good afternoon, Jasper. If you need to travel, who looks after the girls? And would it be practical for you to rent some of Molly's goats to eat the grass, or don't they like grass? Yeah, so for somebody else to look after the girls, basically I have trust issues when it comes to my girls. So I need to know you really well if I want to leave my dogs with you. So that's mostly not an option. Molly, for instance, would be an option, but I rather keep the girls with me also when I go to Holland. So I didn't get dogs for nothing. So like putting them with somebody else, it's like getting a kid and then bringing it to the daycare every day. I don't like that kind of stuff. Second part, Molly's goats. Yeah, so I don't know if you know how goats behave. They're worse than Zoe with like escaping and stuff. You could put them like on a pole that they go in a circle maybe. But goats take a lot of, need a lot of care and a lot of supervision. Luke and Sarah used to have goats. They now have pigs, they're much easier. Uncle Nick also has pigs, and they keep his grass like short. I don't know, I like maybe sheep. I just like how sheep look. 20% louder, please. I cannot go any louder. I can only like put this thing closer to my mouth. Can you not like put your audio higher? Hey, Flixley. Hi. Daisy. Hi. Hi, so sorry. I might forgot there was a vlog today. There's not a vlog, there's a live. There's not a vlog tomorrow. Only 6 minutes late. Who, me? Yeah. Was okay, right? Or you? Tara Reyes. Yes, we have something to smoke, Michael. Goats are okay, lol. The Alex and Molly should start vlogging again, then you can see how much trouble goats are. They're now taking down schist walls. Goats are a lot of hassle. Devs agrees on looking after the dogs. Sheeps are harder than goats to take care of. Really? Why? Do they have more like mental issues? Medical issues? I know goats from Joseph, from Farmers for Fun. They seem a lot easier than the goats from Alex and Molly. And Sandra. They're actually Sandra's goats. She takes most care of the goats. Sheep would be okay. Yeah, I think sheep would be okay. Ah, you were 6 minutes late. Yeah, I was also late a couple of minutes. No worries. Move the pens around to attack the grass and weeds. Move the pens. Ah, where? Pens for from what? What animal are we talking about? Basically, with animals, the problem is that I can't leave anymore. Because I'm probably gonna have the same thing as with the dogs, that I don't want anybody else to take care of my donkey, who I don't know very well. So yeah, that would mean that we are like completely stuck in the ghost town, which wouldn't be a problem if my family comes to visit me sometimes, but that's hard. So I'm waiting for the moment that I can have some chickens and maybe something to cut the grass. It's been really hot here. How is it at yours? The last 2 days it was kind of okay. But the days before it was like 30, 32, 34. Only the last couple of days it was like a little bit, the sun was not like really like shining that hard. So it was kind of okay. I cut the grass yesterday on the other land. You will see that in the vlog from tomorrow probably. So not too bad yet. Bad. Like if it's above 40 then it gets bad for me. Bad. Then I can't do anything anymore. Do you use DJI mic too? No, I have Rode wireless, which should be just as fine as the DJI stuff. Aloha, Don Jasper. Do you buy or grow your own grass? I wish I wouldn't grow my own. Oh. I buy my grass. Mostly. The first 2 years we try to grow some, but you really need to start like in a greenhouse, like in February, for them to for the seeds to start. And as easy as I got it done in Holland, inside, as difficult I get the seeds to develop here. Mostly because in February and March you need for the seeds to grow you need a sort of constant temperature, right? And moving them inside and outside in the sun and stuff, and they're too, how do you say, fragile. I didn't have much success yet. I know that also a lot of people have problems with growing vegetables in Portugal because they're used to their own climate, and it takes them a couple of years to adapt to growing in this climate. So for now we just buy it. I joined late. What is Duarte up to? Dudu. Duarte is in Spain at the moment. He went with his girlfriend to live in Madrid, where he's working in a restaurant with his girlfriend. Mostly because they pay a little bit more, and then they have jobs there. So yeah, he went off to Spain. I hope he's enjoying himself there. Just a minute, guys. Because of the fur, that is why goats are in theory easier to manage. Oh, What do you mean? Because sheep needs to be shaved? If that's the only hassle. Although I know also that in Portugal they apparently they don't do much with the sheep wool. Like a year ago, or maybe 2 years already, I heard that like sheep wool is like very easy to get, sometimes even for free. I must have gotten that from one of the other YouTube channels, maybe from OK Portugal. Ken does a lot of things with the sheep from his neighbor. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know if they're less of a hassle the rest of the year than the one-time shaving. I wouldn't see that as much of a hassle now. Although I can't even shave myself lately, apparently. Forte abraço, irmão. Gostamos muito de seus vídeos. So, forte. That's not forza. Forte. It's like strong, right? Strong hug, brother. Go. A lot. With your videos. I need to like get my Portuguese like more. I need to study more Portuguese, guys. I don't know how yet. I need more Portuguese people around. You remember I was at the accountant? I was trying to get a Portuguese person around. I offered Philippe, the brother of Duarte, I offered him a job. But yeah, he has kind of a good job now at the car garage. And me being by myself, it's a little bit, how you say, like insecure? No. Uncertain. It's sort of more uncertain for him, so I don't think he's gonna take my offer. I also thought about offering Duarte a job. Basically because I know these guys, right? I know how they work, I know how I relate to them. It's not that I can just give any Portuguese a job, because it's difficult with Portuguese. They don't show up. And me, I need to like get to know people first before I can work with them. And I don't like to do like trial periods, because then I'm like with video editing, I'm explaining to 6 people how it works, and eventually I still don't have a video editor. So, a waste of my time. Sheep bring lots of flies. Oh, that's not good. Chickens or rabbits? Rabbits are also fun. But rabbits don't lay eggs. You can eat the rabbits, but you can also eat chicken. Hello from California. Babusa. Hello from Garidas. Do I ever go to Holland? I need to go to Holland. I will probably go to Holland as soon as we have the plates for Vanessa. I haven't been to Holland for like 1.5 years, I think. Except for my family, I also have no need to go to Holland, so. Could you borrow sheep to eat your grass? From where? From Joseph. He's like 50 kilometers up north. What do we have here in the area? We have some cows here in the area that I know. I wouldn't know anybody in the area where I could borrow like something to eat the grass. No. Is anybody offering? Anybody in the area who has some sheep to borrow? Hey Jasper, with your luck you would get mental sheep. Yeah, Anna, you have a point. Try to speak with Maria or anyone from the area. They can know someone, either sheep that can eat during the day. Yeah, in Barrocas are no sheep. In Juanillo I think are no sheep. In Bozella are definitely no sheep. In Malhadil are also no sheep. There is the Valley of the Sheep, where we were last year, where it was burning, where I was on my bike. I think that village is called the Valley of the Sheep. But I didn't see any sheep there. Is that a thinking stick, my man? This is a thinking stick deluxe. Deluxe thinking stick. For very long thoughts. Just a second, guys. Hey Zoe, here's Zoe. Covered in grass seeds. The girls didn't have any problems with grass seeds though. Not yet this year. Nice weekend. You want to come up? Say hi to the people? No? No, sorry. Auto blowers. Mine are ready in in 10 weeks. Yeah, but they're like this big, right? The first year I had them, it was this very small garden I made with my sister, and there were like 3 plants in there. And then, like in July or something, when they were like full flowering, there comes like the only GNR cop I ever saw on a bike, on a motorbike. He comes like driving past. So I'm a little bit, how do you say, careful. Thanks, yeah, it takes a lot of energy and love. What, sheep? Philippe is rolling with me, good. Shear. What does shear mean? Sheep shearing. Ah, yes. Sheep need more maintenance than goats. Same everywhere. I just got 2.5 fleeces for free. Ah. Emergency meeting. I will roll one too. Yeah. What's the emergency, Anthony? Is your heat pump going to provide underfloor heating when it's installed? What's the plan? Yes. So this is the Bomba de Calor. And I did a lot of research on this Bomba de Calor. One thing I didn't research is what it does when it has like overcapacity. So apparently heat pumps are a lot less efficient if they are too big for the building. Well, they are still sort of efficient, but a lot less efficient. They can be much more efficient. So for my side of the house, where we now put the pipes for the floor heating, this needs like 6 or 7 kilowatts. It's like 50 or 60 square meters, and it's not that well insulated. So that would, the calculation would say 6 or 7 kilowatts. Instead of buying a 6 or 7 kilowatts, I thought, what could go wrong if we buy 12 kilowatts? Because it was only like 200 euros more expensive than the other one. But apparently then it goes like cycling. What, power cycling? No, some sort of cycling. So it doesn't, um, it turns off and on all the time, instead of like being on a constant energy level, what would be more efficient. It would like go on and then turn off and then go on and then turn off. And that's actually not what you would want with these kind of things. So I thought of two things. For one, we could do the other two rooms, like the one that is now the kitchen and the one that is now my bedroom. We could also do floor heating in those. So that would take another 3-4 kilowatts. And eventually, what I maybe also want to try is to do a hot water tank. So this thing can do floor heating, but it can also heat hot water for showers. So eventually we need to like use it for more stuff to get more efficiency out of it. What was the question again? Yeah, so in at first instance I would wanted it for underfloor heating, because I just wanted to see how a heat pump works and if it is like as efficient as they say, and if it's like a good solution also for the other buildings. And you also have heat pumps that only do hot water, for instance. So I would have thought that maybe we try this first, like on this floor, and then eventually we can maybe add more stuff. But now that I bought it too big, it would be best if we do more stuff as soon as possible. But I'm really not gonna install it now, because we still have like 4 months before it gets autumn. So I have enough other stuff to do inside, so I will first do that and then see how close we get to autumn, and then we're gonna install the heat pump. So it's just standing there for now. Kaz, hi. Is your heat pump going to provide, oh, you had it right. I translated for you. Strong hugs, brother. We like a lot of your videos. And do you need help with the construction of your house? Sure. Precisando de ayudante. Help. Mesas. Obras. Obras is like work, like, is it construction? Because also on the road they say like obras. Construction, yeah. Help with construction is always welcome, guys. Send me an email or fill in the volunteer form. Cow could be good. Yeah, but a cow needs a lot of other attention. Well, you wouldn't have to milk it, but it would be good to also have milk then, right? Yeah, cow might be too big. You need a video editor. Yes, I need a video editor already for a long time. If you're interested, look below the videos on this channel and you'll see a link to where I explain what it takes to be a video editor. Don't you think your heat pump is a bit oversized? Yes, it is. The volume, please. Kisses to the dogs. Volume? Volume of my microphone? I think it's okay now, right? Let me listen to it myself one more time. Let me listen to myself one more time. yeah, it's not really that loud of a volume, right? And it's weird because even when I put the thing closer to my mouth, it doesn't give more volume. I think this is a YouTube problem. Maybe I should look it up. I thought it was me, but maybe it's something general. Sorry for all the crackling noise, but maybe I should just like put it in front of my mouth. Maybe that's better. A donkey. They are stubborn, but do not climb everywhere like goats. Yes. But it's also how you treat them. Like, it's like horses can also be very stubborn, but it's mostly to do with how you train them. A second-hand donkey that has not been trained would be like asshole, yeah. Smoking AJ, so you need some coffee shops there. Portugal has been discussing the legalization for a long time. But they still haven't found a solution. Spain was great. With all, do they still have that in Spain? Like all the associations where you could join and then smoke your joint? What is your favorite vegetable? It was in Dutch, so it's like zuurkool. What is it in, what is that in English? Sauerkraut is in German, right? Like the sour cabbage. What is that called in English? I'm sure somebody will tell me. Hash is cheap here. You mean in Portugal? Yeah. It was a lot cheaper 4 years ago, before the pandemic. Howdy. Hey, Bob. Bob, you're late to the party. But you're here. Baron. Hi, Baron. Andrew. How old are you? What kind of questions are there? What is it? Is it relevant? 1980. Sounds a bit low. Yeah, it's really weird, guys. I think that YouTube like sort of like cuts the audio so that it doesn't get too loud or something. I should see how other people do their lives. Because normally this microphone will be like good enough. I think you overdid it with the air water heat pump. It is way bigger than what you need or can use. Yes. Did you hear the explanation, right, that I just gave? I'm not really like, how you say, up to date with comments. But I just explained like how I'm going to solve it. Try and solve it. I almost don't hear you. I hope it's better now that I have the microphone like right in front of my mouth. Hey Bob, everybody say hi to Bob. Hi Bob. Have you got your mic on? Cause when you turn, it gets quiet. It was like here on my, so maybe if I turn like this, it would have gotten quieter. I'll try the podcast mic the next time because that has like a gain button that you could give like extra volume. But I didn't have time today to set it up, so next time hopefully. What makes you happy in life? Not hanging out with too much people, that makes me a lot happier than I was. But it still doesn't make me completely happy. It's a lifelong search. What makes a man happy? Well, what makes me happy? It's annoying because the more you learn and the more you know what this world is about, the more unhappy you get. Ignorance is bliss in some ways. I notice I'm happy when I don't have too much on my mind. Then I'm a lot less worried, and it feels like more happy. But it's not that I'm smiling all the time, it's just that there are like less problems. Morten is right as always. Yes. Yeah, I should have researched, like, I spent hours and hours researching heat pumps. And maybe they said somewhere, like, you need to... The moment I like opened the website for trying to search for heat pumps and I saw that it was only 200 euros more expensive to have a bigger one, I thought, like, what harm could it do? Can you swap the heat pump for a smaller one? Not without more than 200 euros cost. And I think we can fix the problem. And if that still isn't enough, then maybe we can do the mini building. Let's take a bit of pipe work. Maybe we can give that some floor heating. My autos get more than 3 ounces per piece. Oh, that's not bad. No, you're still quiet. Maybe I should put the mic in my mouth. I put my headphones. The sound is better like this. Was a little bit low. I can hear the birds better than you. Maybe I talk too very low. Are you using the laptop? No. I'm using the iPhone with the Rode Wireless Go 2. No difference? But in audio? Yeah, it's weird. It's like sort of YouTube like cuts the volume on the lives or something. How about one of the automatic mowers? They offered me one. And then I needed to like send images of my garden. And then they said it's too, like, it'll probably get stuck, they said. But I know that other YouTube channels who had a far worse garden, they got one, so. Yeah, I don't know. There are a couple of different brands. Maybe the other brands will write to me and they will give me one. But it's only, like, automatic mower only works for this garden. Yeah, and maybe for the other one. But like not up the hills and stuff, so. Like for the other land, it's not, you need one like with tracks. They also have them, like the rough bush cutters, like automatically. Or remote controlled, I'm not sure. That would be an option. But also, we need to do something with the garden, because maybe a swimming pool, like a very big swimming pool or something. Or like regular grass, but that's probably not going to work unless we spray a lot of water on it. I don't know yet. I want to make it level though, like a certain part of the garden until a certain barrier. I want to like flatten it all out, but then also do something with it. Have you introduced yourself as mayor of Doritos to the new guys doing the renovation? No. No. Although the guys that were working on the house for my neighbor, where I showed the roof like a couple of times, I think they watched the channel. because they were like with a very big smile, like, hey. I had the feeling that there was a channel. Fermented cabbage. Ah, yes, I love that. When I was in the Netherlands, I would send some of my mail. Oh, why is this thing jumping? I would send some by mail, so I have good stuff to smoke on holiday. I have a funny story. One of my friends lived on Corsica, like the French-Italian island, and he asked me to send some stuff from Holland. And I did this like on a regular basis until one day I forgot to like put a stamp on the envelope. After that, we didn't think it was a good idea to send it anymore. Stupid me. Funny, I hear you're good. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'll get into it even more. I'm glad I have a good sound now for the podcast, because that was really horrible. Sauerkraut is recognized as in the UK. Ah. Hi Bob. Hi Bob. Everybody late as usual, both out Jasper. Hi Doug. No, the microphone is not working. Is this microphone not working? I think this microphone is working, right? Maybe it's not working, maybe it's taking the other microphone. It's not even working. And this guy is in IT. I used to work like with computers, very basic stuff, guys. Amateur hour here. Greetings from sauerkraut country. Der Stormer is from Germany. The microphone is not working. No. Now I notice. Een volle tank en twee wielen. A full tank of gas and two wheels. And what? Nice smoke, thank you. A big hug, brother. Forte abraço, irmão. Heat pumps are power hungry. Yeah, Baron. No, they're not power hungry. So I don't know where you get this information, because like if you would like go 5 years back and you see the incentives that the UK gave for heat pumps, then at that point gas fitters were installing heat pumps, what is a completely different system, what works in a different way, and they got installed in the wrong way. So for up until 2 years ago, there was a lot of negativity about heat pumps, but it was basically because the way they got installed. So I don't know if you're referring to that maybe. Another thing is what they're doing now is, if the heat pump, like there's difference in brands of heat pump, right? So some brands have very big electric boilers inside the heat pump. So if it can't make the capacity by air to water, what the heat pump should do, then an electric boiler kicks in, and then they're not that efficient. But if those two things are not the case, so if it's installed correctly and it doesn't need to use the electric boiler if it has one, I think maybe all of them have one, but some rely a lot more on the electric boiler, and then it can run very efficiently, you know. So I think it depends a lot on who installed it and where you get your information, maybe. Zero sound problems here. That's good. It sounds like when a mic is not fully plugged in properly. Yeah, it's all plugged in. I have only no idea why it's not working. There's probably a logical explanation. But your heat pump solution requires you are going to heat all the rooms at the same. Why would you do that? Because that's how a heat pump works. If you know how a heat pump works, it works on low temperature. So it doesn't work like a gas boiler where it goes like, heats everything up to 60, 70 degrees, then cuts off, wait till the house cools down, and then kicks in again. If you have a good heat pump installation, its main temperature is like 35 degrees. And it gets its efficiency from the whole house, the walls and stuff, constantly being heated at this lower temperature. It will also take like 2 days after you install everything for the whole house to be at the same temperature. What you also don't want to do, therefore, is like zoning off different rooms. So to get the most efficiency out of the heat pump, you heat up all the rooms to the same temperature. And eventually, this should get a lot cheaper than, for instance, a gas boiler heating some rooms to this higher temperature. Even all the rooms on a lower temperature is more efficient than some rooms with a higher temperature from a gas boiler, for instance. Do you get it? Law of one. So if you say these kind of things, you don't really know what like a heat pump, how a heat pump is supposed to work, right? Because you get more efficiency if you heat all the rooms at the same temperature. More efficiency than some rooms on a gas boiler, for instance. Yes, it needs a big buffer tank to not cycle all the time. A buffer tank on the floor heating itself? Or are you talking about a tank for the hot water? Because with like I would expect the opposite to happen with a, what do you call it? What did you call it? I'm way behind on the comments. Oh, you weren't even talking to me. Yes, it is a big buffer tank to not cycle all the time. I don't see the difference. And don't shove it in your mouth. What? The buffer tank? if you guys respond to something, maybe put a little bit of like the former, what it was about, because sometimes I have no idea what you guys are talking about. We can see, lastly, a lot of renovation work in Garitas. Is there just one people or several houses in renovation. More neighbors hope they are cool. Um, yeah, so the new roof is from my German neighbor who has like a holiday home here. Eventually she wants to come and live here also. She's very friendly. She makes the sourdough bread that you saw in the last couple of videos. And the green building is supposedly friends of the Brazilian guys who are also working here on this house. But here, for the last 2 months, nothing happened. And like the reflecting foil is like flapping in the wind all the time. And the wood is exposed to the elements. So I don't know what's going on there. But it seems like one of my projects. But these friends that bought the greenhouse are the same people who were negotiating about the small house on my other land that I supposedly own. That they supposedly wanted to buy. That the seller supposedly wanted. Do you have a name for the hotel? No. Well, like these small hotels in Portugal, they are called residential. Maybe the bigger hotels also, but I know from like some small hotels that I've stayed that are called residential. So I think something with residential. Residencial da Luz, Residencial Garridas, Ghost Town Residential. I don't know, it will take a while before we're gonna work on the hotel. The mow rotor is heavy duty. Is that some kind of electric automatic cutter? Mow rotor. Doesn't ring a bell. Good evening, Jasper. We are watching from Wales. How are the girls coping with the heat at the moment? We enjoying coming on your evening walks with them. Girls are fine. So Zoe was a little bit sick. The day after I had the podcast here with Nick and his missus. And Zoe escaped and she's been like running around outside of the gate for like 2 hours, and I think she ate something. Girls! Thank you. Obrigado. Hey from Germany. I think the sound comes from the iPhone because when you put the lighter on the table it's very loud. Yeah, that's amateur hour. Clover is good instead of grass, slow growing. Clover is like from the happy, the lucky thing, right? Like a clover 4. I saw in Spain they have this sort of grass, what is like sort of a succulent. Well, it's also very sort of small strings, but it's a succulent, so it does a lot better in hot weather. But the problem with that was that they mostly had is that like wasps and bees and stuff go in there, and you need to be really careful, like if you walk on there. So that's probably also not a good solution. I thought of some fake grass, which might be a temporary solution, but we just need to build stuff, guys, like a barbecue and like a fire pit and like a big pool. And then put some like, how do you say, like stones around it, like a walkway and stuff. And like behind the shed, we're gonna need to make walls, like retaining walls. And then also we need to see what we do with the surface. I want like a big surface for the solar panels. So there'll be one terrace probably. But also there we need to see what we're gonna do that it doesn't have so much grass growing. Or we need some more volunteers, like especially in May. As far as I know, Jasper has 2 or more original neighbors that already lived in the ghost town. Now the new neighbors are from Brazil, and I think it's just one house, if I'm not mistaken. So there were no original neighbors, because there was a woman living in the house where now girls. This is their protest. They want to go for a walk. Where now the German woman. Hey! Where now the German woman lives. There was a woman living there, but she put up the house for sale as soon as I got here. I don't think it was because of me. And Maria also wasn't here. She lived with her former boyfriend in 2 villages up. And she actually came back to this village. Also not because of me, because her boyfriend needs to go to the elderly home. So she decided to come live here again. And there is another couple living nearby, but it's just outside the village. So technically they're not living in the village. And then there is the Brazilians, but they don't live here. And then there is the friends of the Brazilians, but they also don't live here. And I doubt that the friends of the Brazilians are actually gonna live here. They were like, they made out to be more like stories they told, more like investing in properties. But maybe if the Brazilians live here and there are friends of the Brazilians, then they also use it as a holiday home. I don't know. I don't know. What's on the agenda for Doug? Richard will be back soon. But then the question is, what is Doug gonna do? We could get the wood from the forest, but I'm not sure that that is worth the effort at this moment. We could also start working on building terraces behind the shed, but we need to see how much we can use Doug for that. Doug did already like a huge part, but for the terraces themselves, we're probably gonna need something smaller. Something like Luke has, but then working. So I'm not really sure yet, but Richard will be back soon. Can I maybe get some non-barking dog? The girls are getting impatient. If you want to level your grounds, what about Doug? Yeah, but here I need to dig out their piece, and if we dump that here, then I don't need any more. So we don't need Doug for that, but we are gonna need Doug for on the other land eventually. We started building there a wall already, but we need to finish that at some point. We started that wall because somebody was gonna live there, who's not gonna live there anymore. So there's no necessity to finish it now. So I'd rather finish more over here first. But that's eventually what we're gonna use Doug for also. A mini tractor mower would be fine for all your lands. No, not really. For the big land there, yes. But like behind the shed, at how it looks now, there's no mower who can like work with that. Also, you need to be a little bit careful, because if you have the mowers like with chains, like one of the first year that I was here, I had somebody else cut the grass, and it destroyed all the windows because of flying around stones. So this like rotator cutters are not really good like close to houses. So a tractor would not fit on that land also, from the other small house here. A tractor would only be good for the big land down. But a tractor would also be good to keep the streets clean, like with one of these brush things. But I don't think we're gonna invest in a tractor at this point. Eventually we're gonna need one. Is your mic totally plugged in? No, not at all. Take a vacation. We will watch the pups. Vacation. I don't even know what I want to do on a vacation, guys. It's like, vacation from what? I feel my life is a vacation at this point. Compared to how it was. I don't even have the idea I want to see certain things or maybe hang out with people, but you can also do that here, right? Hey! Stop it, come here. Stop the barking. The rascals. You rascals. Can't hear shit. Sorry. Baron likes the Ghost Town Live. I like the Ghost Town Live also. I do not have too much time today though. I need to still walk the girls and I'm going out for dinner. So we have maybe 15 more minutes. Angelique, hello, hello, hello. Angelique says hello. Hello. Okay, well, you guys are now like talking like Norwegian in my chat. Na morten er daher. Also, do you want to learn how to drive and use duck? Yes, I already worked with duck. Like the first days we had duck, I drove it down on the other land and I started like trying to level the land. I tried to move a olive tree, they are called. I tried to move an olive tree, I dug a little. I know basically how to operate him. Although, after that he broke down. And then Richard came and we fixed him. And then I started driving and with my stupid face, I drove perpendicular. Like, not up the mountain or not down the mountain, but I turned like, I tried to turn like on the mountain. And some of you may have seen the video that Doug's wheels come off the ground like this. And that made me a little bit, how do you say? Not scared, anxious. At first I was not, because I drove Doug down there through the village without any brakes. I took it down off the hill without any brakes. Much better than Richard did, because he slided down the hill eventually. So I know how to operate Doug. But the thing is, guys, if Richard is here, he knows a lot better and he can a lot faster operate Doug. And you know Richard has a problem with his leg. So I don't think it's like that I should be working on Doug and let Richard walk around and run around, you know. It doesn't make sense in that way to me. He's faster with a digger, I'm faster walking around. And the reason that Doug is every time out of order is because Richard is here also to help to get the thing. The thing is 40-year-old. It needs a lot of work, like almost like half of the pistons needed to be replaced. So every time, like we're taking the worst one, and that means that Doug is out of order until Richard comes back to put him back together again. And I love working on Doug with Richard because it's fun to do this stuff together, you know. I could now like spend a lot of time trying to get these monkeys, the pistons, back on Doug. But if I can do it, it'll probably take me like 3 times as long as when Richard is here. And it's a lot less fun. So that's why we do things the way we do them. missed a comment here. Tell people how much you get for a live chat. Maybe they would appreciate that you not going to edit things to make you look like a master builder. Do I, in my normal videos, edit things and make myself look like a master builder? If I look like a master builder, that's purely by coincidence. I don't know how much I make from a live, not a lot, but I also don't make a lot from the videos. Like, it's not comparable, like the hours I put into making videos into what I get in return. I could maybe like work at the Ocean at the cash register. Probably that would make more money. I am amazed I made it. Eddie, welcome, you made it. See, we told you. Told me what? You guys need to refer to the former message or something, because like, I don't know, we told you. Hey, Silane, ahoy. Amateur hour. You should consider doing a saltwater pool with sand filter. Once it's set up, it's a lot easier to maintain. Yeah. Can we test that saltwater thing like in like my plastic pool or not? I don't know. I've been one time in a saltwater pool and I also wasn't like a fan. And I know it's not as maintenance free as people sometimes make it out to be, because I have a friend with a salt pool and he needed to invest afterwards some money to get everything working correctly. Daphs, have a nice evening. That's probably you said goodbye half an hour ago, I'm sorry. Your mouth is moving but we can't hear. I'm sorry. When you changed the microphone, the girls began to bark. My ears are dead. I didn't change the microphone. It's the microphone from the iPhone. And it's not that good. It sometimes it enhances audio or the volume from background noise. Guard the fort. Yeah, they're guarding the fort. The mic is not working, but sound is okay. I think sound comes from the laptop. No, from the iPhone here. Can hardly hear. I'm sorry, Angelique. Most people can hear it. Okay, while you guys discuss the heat pump, as usually, I'll go my own way, right? Maybe you guys want to exchange contact information. Thanks for the info on the heat pump. Good info. Need to update my knowledge. A lot of people have negative stories from heat pumps, mostly from hearsay, but it was not very well installed, so they did have a point. But it's not that they can't work correctly. Angelique, maybe watch somebody else if this is a big problem for you. Stop spamming my comments. Yeah. Eventually you have to give up. Do you need to clean your ears? Dara. It seems you had more volunteers a couple of years ago. Is there a reason you use less volunteers now? No. Less people apply. And the people that do apply don't show up. It's becoming like with the video editors. It's costing me a lot of energy, like communicating with the people. And then I say hit me up 1 week before you come. Everything is fine. You can come. We do this and that. And then nobody hits me up anymore. So it's beginning to get very annoying, actually. I think maybe I'm gonna like ask for like a, how you say, bond? No, that's when you need to go to jail. Bail, no. Like that you need to pay like 50 euros online and you get the 50 euros back as soon as I see your freaking face here. To be honest guys, the last couple of weeks I've been like sort of analyzing what is going on. Also with Vanessa and with the association, and everything is taking so much effort and so much time that I'm really doubting that the universe wants me to do this stuff. So yeah. Change your settings to stereo over 5.1. Probably notice some older movies are lower in volume and the ads are super loud. Oh, okay. That is horrible. Like, sound should be good. Like, if the image is not very good, it's one thing. But if the sound is not good enough, people can't follow along. But also, I cannot do anything about it at this point. So I can only try to make it better for the next time. Some people don't know how to use ad blockers. Hey buddy, Carl from Canada. Going to Portugal in July. Cool. For a holiday, or are you scouting the opportunity to relocate? Have a vacation in England. We are a right bundle of laughs. Yeah, so I go to England and then I see how terrible the rest of the world is, and then I'm very, very happy to be in Portugal again. Paul, hi from Portugal. I follow you for a long time, like your simple lifestyle. Wish we could go on lunch one day. Yeah, I don't have much time to go with people on lunch. And I usually don't go on lunch with people I don't know. But thank you. Guard the fort merch. Maybe for the girls, like I'm guarding the fort. How many cups of coffee do you drink per day? I am cutting back on the coffee. Although now it's evening and I'm having a coffee, but that is not the standard anymore. I think I end up now in the summer, like when it's now like 30 degrees, I end up with like 8 coffees. But in the winter time it was like 12, 14. In Holland it was even more, when I used to work for Bosch. Hello, West Palm Beach, Florida. Ooh, that sounds nice. West Palm Beach, Florida. Blah, 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 blah. How many actually live in the ghost town? Like permanently? Me and Maria. Yes, me and Maria. Yes, I did. Normally I am at work when you have live streams. Where I am, it's 5 a.m. 5 a.m. 80. Jesus. Sound is perfect. This is a YouTube problem, yeah. We have a saltwater pool, or second one, they are simple, okay? Warm day today. Here? Here it was okay, it wasn't that warm. Or maybe you're talking about Holland. I heard they had some nice weather in Holland also. Saltwater pool. Intex has the pump system for your pool. I have 16-foot version of yours with saltwater for 7 years. Oh, okay. Maybe we should try saltwater pool this year. Climate change is the elites taxing fresh air and selling you heat. climate change is the elite taxing fresh air. I was thinking about this the other day, right? Everybody's always about these chemtrails and stuff. But like, there must be doing something, it's always something bad that they're doing to us, right? But what if they, like, 60 years ago noticed that there wasn't enough rain coming anymore? And they decided to do cloud seeding so that we could still like grow crops and stuff. And otherwise maybe nobody could have grown crops anymore because there wasn't enough rain. And they're not going to tell us because otherwise we're all going to panic, right? So maybe it's something good they're doing. Maybe you're all wrong. They're just trying to keep us alive instead of kill us. I bet you haven't looked at it from that side. Hey Jasper, Gerben here. Ah, the guy from the Pepper and Salt. We put in an offer on a house near Aranas. So excited, hope to see you in a year. Cool. You did go there, right? Like to check out the house, right? You're not buying remotely, huh? Don't do that. Otherwise tell me, I'll check it out for you. Hi Jasper. It's Tiz from the UK. I really enjoy watching you every night. If you're on. But really miss when you're not on. Yes. Soon we will have more content again on the daily channel. Hopefully. Keep the faith. Yeah, it's sometimes it's very disappointing. Sometimes it's very disappointing. I totally get what you say about wondering if the universe wants you to do certain stuff. Too much headwind can be a clear sign to take another direction. So which things going more smoothly lately? Gardening. Weeding the garden. That's going very smooth at the moment. I was thinking maybe there was a reason my grandpa was only like gardening, like vegetable gardening. Jasper, taking 1 year leave from work to live in my tiny house in Baishu, Alentejo. Ooh, 1 year leave. You might not want to go back eventually. That's a long leave. Running away from the Canadian winter, yeah, I can imagine. I ran away from the Dutch autumn. Do you plan your projects or just go with anything? What do you mean? Like plan on paper or plan in my head? I plan a lot in my head. And then things change because of different insights you get over time. And then plans change. It's a bank holiday weekend here in England and boiling. What, it's 28 degrees? We're moaning it's too hot. I can imagine. I had this one guy from the UK here to come and volunteer. And he actually went back home. Very soon. Need to figure out something about my tiny house. Those Portuguese problems with house showing more square meters than you bought. Yeah. In the beginning I made the mistake that I sort of calculated the inside square meters as being like what is on paper, but on paper is the outside square meters. And the walls here are 1/2 meter thick, minimum. So that differs a lot. Ooh, we got a donation for snackies. We can buy some more pig ears for you, sweetie. Thank you, Gerben. On behalf of the girls, Akira, say thank you. I need to go, guys. Last couple of comments. Hello Jasper, follow you every day. I'm also in Portugal, but in the Azores. Retire here from Canada, Azores. Yeah, that's maybe a place I would like to visit sometime, but not especially. Looks like a nice place. I'm not. It's 24C still and loving it. 24 degrees. Where are you at? Here's a suggestion. Make a large part of your yard calçada. Put a gazebo and set up your pool on it. Less grass to take care of. Yeah, that's like, the pool is like a diameter of like 3 meters, guys. It's not gonna save a lot of grass cutting. Plus you don't want to put the pool on like, I'd rather have like a sandy underground for the pool than like tiles or stones. Does the ghost town have problems with people taking possession of houses? I don't think so. I have not seen it happen. Probably won't go back. Good choice. We can't wait to leave the red race and retire to our farm in Central Portugal. Ray and Martin. Yeah. Like I said, oh, you didn't hear that yet. Like I said in the podcast with Uncle Nick, it's a lot in your head, like the red race, right? Like as long as we are like still depending on, it's hard to leave the red race. You can leave it like for like 80%, but you still need to take care of yourself, and the only way you can do that here in the current area is, unless you are Maria, but most people don't know how to do that anymore. So you're always like, be part of the red race. Check your email, Jasper. I will check my email. Put foam sheets under the pool. Yeah. What, for like the softness? Could do something like that. Maybe these rubber mats would be better. Hi Jasper, I'm Portuguese and living in the UK for 26 years. Why didn't you paint your house outside yet? Paulo Fernandez. You mean like paint this? So how can I paint this? Look. I'm going to paint this, right? Like white. You know how horrible it looks when I paint this? Or that up there. So what do you mean paint? It's gonna look horrible if I paint this. Please explain yourself. I might draw a caricature of you one day, Jasper. Ooh! That's what your name. Caricature. Oh. I thought it was something with caricature. Caricature. Yeah, you can. Can you do the dogs also? Zoe with like a face like the dog from The Mask. Smokey! Zoe is getting very impatient, guys. I need to take the girls for a walk. And go to my dinner. I'm late already. Do you read books? Which ones? No, I mostly listen to like audiobooks. We can do some books next time. I have some good recommendations for you guys. Here's one. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. You know that one? Okay guys, how many people are still here? 117. I'm gonna have to disappoint you all. Or you have any quick questions still? What about Paolo, about painting the house? It's a dumb suggestion, painting the house, because it first needs to be plastered. And I'm not gonna like plaster all the house if the inside is also not finished. So just for you to get a nice background, no. Just for other people to see a nice outside, no. We're first gonna finish the inside, then we're gonna remove all this patio thing. Then we're gonna redo the floor. Then we might plaster it. Then we need to see how we can get a new roof with roof tiles. And then eventually when the whole board is finished, then maybe we could think about painting it. It's gonna be a 1000 days countdown, like 3 years. Give me 3 years. It'll be painted. Foam or rubber, soft on the feet. Spray paint the outside of your home. That doesn't work, guys. It needs to be rendered first. So everybody who suggests painting is like, doesn't know how what should be done to the outside of a house before you can paint it, or I don't know what's the problem with everybody telling me to paint it. It's not possible to paint it at this point. Have a nice walk with girls. Thank you. I read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's a nice one. Yes. Thanks for the chats. You too, guys. Eventually, I'm going back home, Neil, to meet you in person. I have been seeing your videos a lot, and I agree with about painting the house. Yeah. Good. Thanks for the chat, Jasper. You're welcome. See you tomorrow. What time? A coffee. The video will be out at 7. I don't think I'm drinking coffee in the video though. But you can have a coffee. How long have you lived in the town? 5 years now. Have a lovely walk with the girls. Thank you very much. Bye Jasper, take care. Bye. Also want to buy land in Castel Branco. Hurry up. Because the last time I checked, there was a lot less stuff available. You're welcome, Daisy. And I'll take your advice anytime. And I'll take... I don't know what you mean, Paolo. See you guys in the next one. Maybe in a couple of weeks. I'll pick another day again. Where's the girls? Say bye, Zoe. Hurry up already. Akide, say bye, sweetie. Bye. Ciao, guys. See you tomorrow in the vlog.